Hi friends, it's been a while. I am actually in the car coming from my meeting with my oncologist. I haven't met him in a few months, but just to give a quick update, I'm officially declared in remission from stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer. And another video will come about this journey and how we got to this point, because this is evidence of something that happened some months back. Just to give you all an update, because I did say this is a faith journey when I started this YouTube video to share my faith journey, but I want to give a quick update in terms of medical, clinical wise. I am considered in remission. I have done CT scans. I've done 3 now. I've done 3 since radiation. I've done MRI. I also have done molecular testing, and all of them have come back unremarkable. I've never been so happy to be unremarkable, y'all. I am unremarkable. And that makes me feel so happy. But yes, so today is when I finally got to meet him, because I was seeing all this in my medical records. But I am officially in remission, no sign of cancer in my system, and by the grace of God it will continue that way. So I am still managing side effects and some of the outcomes from the treatment, the unintended outcomes, but the expected in certain ways, I guess. In some it's not new, basically. I can't even think. That's one of them. I'm still dealing with brain fog. I'm still dealing with being able to concentrate for long periods of time. I'm also experiencing hypothyroidism, so I'm on thyroxine right now, levothyroxine. Weight gain has been a thing, but I believe they said it's associated with low thyroid functioning. And I also came from vacation not too long ago, so I think that's part of it, because I went crazy with the eating. It was all good, clean food, but I ate. And so these chicks could be from that. He had a really wonderful time in Jamaica. Thanks to my good sis, Melissa and her family. Thank you, Yannick and Ronnie. Thank you, Mama Melissa, Michaela. Thank you, everyone. I had a wonderful time in Jamaica. Great opportunity to retreat for a week. Got my hair done there. They did an amazing job. Thank you, Kanisha and Cordella. But yeah, so it's been a wonderful experience to be able to take time to heal and reflect on my journey since I started and up to where I am. And so we just continue dealing with the side effects, trying to pray about how to steward the transitions, the many transitions from being a nun, a person who has never had a chronic condition, never had major health issues, to being diagnosed with cancer, going through that journey of the chemo, radiation, surgery, going from stage 2 all the way to stage 4, all within a year, and then being told that you are in remission, and then trying to figure out how do you just pick back up when people's lives, not just your own, were on pause, or we're going through drastic traumatic changes. And I'm just now seeing the after effects of that on my loved ones and myself too, and trying to work through that. That's where I am right now. But I know that the God who has given me this healing will also heal every other aspect of my life and the people in my life who have been affected by this diagnosis. And I'm praying the same for everyone who has been affected by cancer or any type of traumatic experience. It is not easy, especially after you've come from the fight or flight stage, after you've come from the threat being removed, and now trying to deal with what was that? And the damage that results from that. You know, when we talk about preparedness, in emergency preparedness, I'm kind of going off tangent here, but you go into, preparing before the issue, then you have the incident, and then after the incident is recovery, and then restoration after that. So it's like, okay, now the incident has happened, the shock has happened, the damage, you're now able to get from the rubble to see the damage that has happened. Although many people talk about the cancer journey being one of enlightenment, and I've mentioned it too, where there's been like healing and, you know, a lot of enlightenment of who I am and a renewal of purpose, or a sense of purpose, it also does rob a lot from you. It shakes a lot. And so then you're now out of the rubble. After the earthquake, you've been able to come from under the rocks. At first, you were just trying to stay still so the rocks don't destroy you, or whatever is happening doesn't destroy you. But now you've been able to, there's a stillness because you've been able to now come up, but now you're seeing all that you weren't able to see before. People were just in survival mode, but now it's like, oof, this is the effect of this annoying, evil, horrible disease on others around you, and on yourself, and your body is now like, where do we go from here? I'm actually emotional talking about it, because as with everything, in the moment you're trying to survive, and then afterwards it's like, okay, this really did take a greater toll than you noticed, but because you were in the thick of things, you didn't notice. So praying for that healing and that journey to restoration, and I think it's more so of like a renewal, because you may not necessarily be able to get everything back as it was, but there is a level of healing and renewal and a new birth that comes from this. And so praying for that also, that phase. So it's a continuum. This journey is a continuum, and the best is that we're alive to continue on this journey to healing, and then, you know, that's life. There's valleys and mountaintops, and you pray that when you get from the valley, you're not too weary, you know, but more so you have picked up on the strength and stamina necessary to scale more mountains and to overcome the valleys that will come as you continue on this life. There's no rest until you are on the other side. So yeah, but I'm rejoicing in this moment. I am absolutely rejoicing. God is faithful. Thank you all for your prayers. Thank you for your support and your love. Thank you for putting your own issues aside to pray for me, and even just to think about me or to call me. It meant a lot in my survivorship journey. So God bless you, and I'll follow up with another video. I said this wouldn't be long, but here we are at 8 minutes. That cancer definitely didn't take my ability to talk, did it? So I'll provide another video about the journey, the faith component, in terms of how I got to this healing. Blessings.